Hello, Plank Talk Nation. The Wellness Diva in the House of Diva Pilates and Wellness coming in on day number 133 in the Plank Talk Challenge. So once again, I'm going to click my heels 3 times because I really was in a lot of pain yesterday. Still in some pain today. Feeling a little woozy from pain meds because if you know me, you know I don't take no meds. So if I took them, that means I must have really been hurting, which I was yesterday. So I'm a little out of it today, but by the end of today, I will have remedied that. So my topic for today is women in menopause, because that's what I'm going through now. I've been going through it for a couple of years. But luckily for me, I was able to, well, fortunately for me, I'll say, I was able to curb a lot of the symptoms of menopause simply by making a few changes in my diet. Because let me tell you something, your diet that you used to eat, the things that you used to be able to eat before menopause, a lot of that stuff you really will not be able to consume during menopause once you get into menopause, because it's going to affect you in a completely different way. And I always said that the number one enemy for a menopausal woman is sugar. Sugar and sugary foods are literally your number one enemy. So those things that you used to eat back in the day before menopause that never affected you, never caused you to gain weight, are the same things that are going to be the ones that give you the most problems when you enter menopause. So now it's time to really monitor that diet. You know, you have to be like the Gestapo with your diet. I mean, monitor everything and you know, write down and be aware of how your body responds to it. So once I figured out the sugar and sugary foods are what caused me to be bloated, gaining weight, you know, and most people, when you tell them like, oh, it's just a teaspoon of sugar, well, that 1 teaspoon is enough to do it, especially if that's what you do every day or every time you have a cup of tea. I am a serious tea drinker, and I have more than 2 cups of tea a day sometimes. So I had to eliminate that sugar and switched it over for sometimes no sweetener or raw organic honey. And the bloatedness and all of that disappeared. Sugar also contributes to hot flashes, sugar and sugary foods, okay? And even for women who have fibroids, it's the same thing. I have to go to low plank because I'm still hurting. I mean, I have to go to modified high plank because I'm still hurting, but let me just make sure I'm still getting my benefit here so that I can keep planking and talking at the same time. So yeah, and you know, when I realized that, I just decided that I wasn't going to, you know, consume sugar or sugary foods anymore and clean up the diet, because I really had to think about it. You know, the one thing that I know is definitely good for menopausal women is fresh extracted organic juices, because it's literally a raw food, you know, and raw food tightens the skin, eases inflammation and stuff like that, so that, you know, you can control that weight gain, that saggy skin that sometimes women get when they're in menopause, especially if they're not doing any kind of physical activity, because a lot of times they feel that they don't want to do any physical activity because they don't want to experience the hot flashes. I understand that, but you know what? The physical activity also is what helps control the hot flashes. Okay, so I'm going to come back up into my plank, planking up for wellness here today, and turn to the side. Still kind of painful, but I can do it. I can turn to the side now, so I'm good. Planking up for wellness. So while you're, you know, monitoring your diet, you know, be aware of what works for you and what doesn't. So, whoo, still hurting it. Whoa, okay. All right, easy, girl. So, you know, I went, you know, piece by piece through my diet, you know, really examining what was working for me and what wasn't. And so I also eliminated salt. No, there's no table salt in my house. Not a bit of table salt is in my house. I use sea salt, not even seasoning salt will I use anymore. Just sea salt and whatever other seasonings I want, garlic and whatever, but no more salt, not even the seasoning salt. So that's out of the question, because that was contributing to the bloating, that I was feeling. So all of these things I had to pay attention to. I try to eat raw practically every day, whether it's a salad or some dehydrated vegetables or a smoothie or a juice, and sometimes I eat raw 2 and 3 times a day. So, and that really helps keep my skin tight and stop the bloating. And it also helped me to drop that 20 extra pounds of menopause weight that I picked up in like 3 months. I went from weighing 155 to weighing 170 and change, and it was not pretty, but it was menopause weight, and I hadn't really changed my diet. But as soon as I detoxed my body and changed my diet, those 20 pounds literally melted right off of me, and they never came back. So although I was still getting the hot flashes, which those eased up after a while too, the diet actually helped. The tweaking of my diet actually helped curb a lot of those menopausal symptoms, like that stiffness, that foggy brain that a lot of times women complain about, the moodiness, which thank God I never got, but I know that it helps with that also. So these things can really help, when you're going through it. So remember, if you could tweak that diet when you're in menopause, you can get really, really great results. I'm gonna look up for the missing children. Oh, yeah, still in a lot of pain, but not as bad as yesterday. I don't think I'm going to require any pain medication today. Hopefully I won't, is what I should say. So, but it's still, quite painful here looking up, but nothing near as bad as it was yesterday. So that's my message for today for our menopausal sisters. If you're going through some issues with bloating, hot flashes, and that weight gain, check your diet and make some changes, and you'd be surprised at the results. So, day number 133 for the Wellness Diva in the Plank Talk Challenge, and I will see you tomorrow for day number 134. Alrighty, so give yourself the gift of wellness, because wellness is the gift that keeps on giving. Stay blessed and stay well. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for day number 134. Bye-bye.